Hello, welcome to Learn, Do, Become Radio. I'm April Perry. If you want to get organized and stop drowning in piles and feel like your life is calm and happy and you can move forward on the things that truly matter to you, you're in the right place. And today we're talking about how to unlock the fun of organization by getting creative. I'm going to be featuring some amazing members of our community, and we'll have pictures here on the show notes page. So if you can just click the link that you should see in the description of the podcast, or if you're already on our website, you can just see it right there. But we're so excited to have you with us. Now, sometimes when we think about getting organized and being productive, we imagine perfect closets and pantries and projects that could very well be featured in magazines. But when our efforts don't turn out as we imagined, it's common to get down on ourselves, right? And I've fallen into this trap as well, but I've come to believe that the real joy of organization isn't perfection, it's creativity. Creativity as we organize, and creativity with the free time we'll have once we are organized. And we received some really fun updates from our community members lately. So the ones I'm picturing here, first, it's a homemade planner. This is from Brenda. She couldn't find a planner exactly the way she wanted, so she just made one, and it was so great. So she shows how she did that. I'm also sharing a photo of some support materials, the cubbies, made from cereal boxes. I get so inspired when I see our community members who say, hey, I'm not sure I want to invest in cubbies yet. I'm not sure cubbies will work for me. I'm not sure this is exactly what I want. So I'm just going to make my own and get started. It was so good. All right. We also have one of our members, Marina, who made a lovely homemade dress. She shared how, because she was able to get her system organized and be able to finally get to the point she could get projects done, she decided to make herself this beautiful dress, and then she wore it as she performed on stage singing at an event. I was so proud of her. I was looking at this thinking, this is life right here, being able to use your creativity and your talents and skills and have that organization behind you to support you. So good. And the final one I'm going to feature here on the site, it's Natalie. She was using her organization skills to create this summer plan for her children. And she took pictures and showed how that they were able to learn together and set goals together. And she was able to create some structure. So now she's teaching the next generation. It's also going to alleviate her own, personal stress, because now she has a plan to keep, little ones moving along. It just feels so great. So I love it. Okay. So I wanted to start out by just sharing those stories that you can see there are people right here at LearnDoBecome who are doing this. And these are just a few of the examples. So today in the podcast, I'm sharing 4 ways to enhance our creativity inspired by these members. And by the end, you will hopefully have all kinds of ideas on how you can unlock your creativity. And I hope that you'll feel the joy that comes along with it. Organizing is not punishment. Sometimes people say, I feel like you're my mom telling me to clean my room. Or some people get mad at me because they think, why are you telling me to clean? I can have piles if I want. Don't you tell me that I have to get organized. And the thing is, I'm not telling anyone they have to get organized. I'm saying I love being organized, and I can show you how if you want. Okay. It's just, oh man, sometimes you can't please everything. My mom would say, you can't win them all, Okay, so quick backstory. I was not okay with imperfection as a child. It really stifled my creativity. In 2nd grade, we had an assignment to make a clay figurine and to write a story about it. So I made Sammy the seal, and it was this cute little seal, probably 2 or 3 inches tall. And I even think he had a little ball on his nose. It was really cute. Sammy the seal. And then I wrote a story. I think it was a page or 2, and I'm 7, 8 years old, so my handwriting's not that awesome. But I wrote my story and made my seal. And then the teacher said, okay, you need to come up and present your project. And I didn't know there was public speaking associated with that. So I stuck Sammy the seal in the back of my desk with the story, and I told my teacher that I did not do the assignment. I don't know whatever happened to Sammy the seal, but that assignment did not get turned in because I was not confident and I didn't want to be imperfect. In 5th grade, I had prepared a talk for a public speaking assignment, and I threw it in the trash right before I was supposed to give the talk. And then when they said, April, it's time for you to come up, and I just said, oh, I didn't do it. Oh, man. And then even through high school, I would just give up on piano pieces that were too hard for me. Even if consistent practice would have yielded better results, I'm like, oh, if I'm not perfect at it, I just won't do it. I just didn't like being bad at something. And maybe you can relate. Maybe you've always had a growth mindset. I have not, but it's something I'm working on. The thing is, today I make all kinds of mistakes, but I don't feel embarrassed about them. I mean, yes, I want to put my best foot forward, and sometimes I feel a little bit like, oh, what if this isn't good enough? But the community here at LearnDoBecome inspires me, and you guys are all so awesome in living your purpose and getting out there and just doing it, getting out of your comfort zones, that it helps me to do the same. So here are 4 concepts that were a huge help to me and that I've seen be a huge help to our community members. Number 1 is prioritize function over fancy. So I'm going to just go back to that cereal box example of the Command Central. This is one idea we now emphasize over and over right at the beginning of our Steps to Everyday Productivity program, because it's made a huge impact on the number of people who actually complete the program. We basically say, don't go buy a bunch of stuff, literally go get boxes, cereal boxes, folders, anything you have, and use that first. Function over fancy. And it's amazing because now people are like, oh man, I just built this and it's not beautiful, but it's functional. And now I don't have any stress around my tasks or projects. Oh my goodness. Now I could buy better folders if I want. Like, it's so fun to watch people moving forward. Love it. All right. Next principle for inspiring creativity. Find the hole in the bookshelf. We all want to live a life of purpose. And back in a creative writing class in college, the teacher said, okay, when you're writing a book or an article or something, find the hole in the bookshelf. Find the spot where no one has already covered that topic thoroughly, or they haven't covered it the way you're going to cover it. Or if you're writing music, write music that no one exactly has written or produced. You want to find, like, what's that hole? Where is that place that you are uniquely prepared to contribute? So, for example, Brenda, making her planner, she just went and made this planner, right? I've been learning new recipes lately because I'm mostly on a plant-based diet right now. It's just made me so much healthier, solved all of my health issues. I'm feeling so good. Anyway, there's this girl, her name's Amy, and she goes by Broccoli Mom. And she has all these fun and easy recipes. She showed me how to make ice cream. Like, I have ice cream pretty much every day, just made from fruit. It's so good. I got this Ninja Creamy. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry, I won't go into detail on that. But she showed me how I could put like frozen cherries and bananas and zucchini and make ice cream. That's like amazing. So I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I gotta eat ice cream for breakfast. It's so good. And so learning her recipes and how she's so excited about things and watching her, make all this cool stuff. It's been so fun for me. And she went and found a hole in the bookshelf. I had not been feeling excited about food. I was eating like my potatoes and oatmeal and all this stuff. And I was like, this is so boring. And then I meet Broccoli Mom and I'm like, she's so excited about everything she's making. So like, I'm sure your life has been blessed by people who found the hole in the bookshelf, which was the exact thing that you'd wanted. Because when you think about it, everything that you love was started by someone, right? All the stuff we do here at LearnDoBecome, we created this because it was a hole in the bookshelf. I felt like, there's a lot of people teaching organization, and then there's more like professionals like David Allen teaching like list management, but who's helping people to take the professional project management skills and apply it in their homes to get their homes clean? Like, no one was doing that, or I couldn't find it. So I went and made it. And that's what makes it so fun. And I think about so many nonprofit organizations or even like my book club or businesses I love. I love watching people who find their hole in the bookshelf and then go fill it. And when you create your current projects list each month, or perhaps when you're mapping out your annual goals, it's a great time to ask that question. Where is the hole in the bookshelf that I can uniquely fill? All right, third idea is to focus on the joy of making something with your own 2 hands. I really learned this as I was looking at Marina's beautiful dress, the one I was telling you about. It's awesome when you just see not only that she had a lovely dress, but the pride and the enthusiasm that she felt in sharing. Look what I just did. My friend Jen Vrains, she has this Let's Dabble a company and she teaches art. And I joined her program and I made my first painting of aspens. And I was really nervous to finish the painting because I was like, oh, it's not gonna be perfect. But then I just jumped in and I did it. I got it done. I've got it hanging on the wall now. And every time I see it, I'm like, oh, Jen taught me how to paint. I have that painting. Look, I made that. It feels so good. I have a sister who loves taking photos and she posts these beautiful photos online. And a lot of them are of the moon or just of nature or the area where she lives. And just looking at her photos and seeing this beauty that like she has an eye for it and just creates it. It's amazing. And then we received a message from a community member who just cleaned her whole front room. She and her husband have been working together to get everything organized. And she said, so my husband's a musician and he just invited a friend over for a jam session. And they hadn't had people over for a long time. And then her husband's able to bring a friend over and they're playing music. And I just felt so excited because it's amazing to get to watch your life open and to create. It becomes so easy to watch people make things online than to just do it ourselves. But you want to have that combination of both, right? It's fun to be able to be inspired, but then like, let's go create. There is a book I do want to recommend, which it kind of was a boring book to listen to in some ways, but the lesson I learned has stuck with me for years. It's called How to Live on 24 Hours a Day. Now, I listened to it on audiobooks, and I think it was a free book. It might even be like free to everyone, I'm not sure. But How to Live on 24 Hours a Day. It was so good, and it references how we often will go through our work and have a full day at work, but then we come home and we're tired and we spend the rest of the evening watching TV. Or maybe we're scrolling our phones, right? But instead, he shares some great ideas for replenishing by creating. And he's helping to emphasize that, you know what? Yes, you might need a little bit of time to rest, but if you can redirect that downtime into something that's more creative, you're going to actually enjoy your life more and you're going to feel like this greater sense of fulfillment. So I really love that concept. When we're in the driver's seat of our own lives and when we remove the clutter, we will have more energy to build in that fun and that creativity, and something pretty magical happens when we do get to create something on our own. And idea number 4 is to spread the love. There are a lot of ways to create connection and to spread your influence. Like I'd mentioned, Natalie's summer instructions for her children, putting together this little plan for them and setting up a structure that would inspire them and help her to feel good as a mom. I love that. That's why I love having a website and YouTube and podcasts and things, because otherwise it would just be me sitting here giddy with my Command Central. But now we're all here together having a great time. I love to be able to read a book and tell you about it, or, hear an awesome testimonial and then share it with you guys, or, learn something on my own and be able to share from my mistakes what I've learned or new insights that have given me a lift. It's so fun. Organization isn't about controlling your family or being admired or winning the award for the best living room. I believe it's really about unlocking our creativity. And sometimes creatives will come to me and say, I can't stick to a system because I like to fly by the seat of my pants. I hear that phrase all the time. I fly by the seat of my pants, therefore I cannot be organized. But I think that you can fly way better by the seat of your pants if you want, when you have a solid system keeping everything going while you're away. Because if your systems are in place, then when a new idea comes to you, take it, go. Because you'll know which systems are running and you'll know if there's anything that you need to just, check on before you leave. It's not like a ball and chain to have a system. It actually is going to give you so much more freedom. So my hope is that we can continue to create a culture that's more about joy and creation and less about the internal angst and feeling like we need to conform to the way everyone else says is perfect. Great things are in store for you. There is a hole in the bookshelf for all of us. There's probably multiple spots, multiple things that all of us can contribute. But when we can get organized and when we can put that energy towards creativity, you just think about what's awaiting the world. Like what's sitting right now in your brain and your heart that's never going to get out unless it's unlocked. And when you get organized, it's going to make a big difference. So we have all kinds of resources to help you here at Learn, Do, Become. A good start is our free training, How to Finally Stop Drowning in Piles. It's at LearnDoBecome.com/step. You can also come to the show notes page, and we have links right there related to what you might like with our YouTube channel, our Rise membership, our STEP program. Anyway, we're here to support you. We love you, and we're so glad you're here with us. We'll see you soon at LearnDoBecome.com.